Once upon a time, in a village called Umukwa, there lived a girl named Uchechi. Umukwa was a beautiful village, but it was plagued by a terrible problem, a giant python that had been causing havoc for years. This python was enormous, with scales as dark as the night sky and eyes that glowed like fiery coals. It slithered through the village, stealing food, frightening people, and worst of all, it held the destiny of the village in its grip. The villagers lived in fear, for they believed that as long as the python roamed freely, their fortunes would never change. They prayed for someone brave enough to face the beast and break its hold over their lives. Among them was Uchechi, a young girl with a heart as fierce as a lion's. She was small in stature but mighty in spirit, and she was determined to save her village from the python's tyranny. One day, as the sun set behind the hills, Uchechi gathered her courage and set out to confront the python. Armed with nothing but a sharp machete and her unwavering resolve, she ventured into the heart of the forest where the serpent was said to dwell. The forest was dark and foreboding, but Uchechi pressed on, guided by the light of the full moon. She could hear the rustle of leaves and the hiss of the wind, but she was undeterred. Finally, she reached the python's lair, a deep, cavernous cave hidden beneath the roots of an ancient tree. With a steady hand and a fearless heart, Uchechi entered the cave, ready to face whatever lay inside. Inside the cave, the air was thick with the smell of earth and dampness. Uchechi could hear the faint sound of the python's hissing echoing off the walls. She gripped her machete tightly, her heart pounding in her chest. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble as the massive python slithered into view. Its eyes gleamed with malice as it coiled its long body, preparing to strike. But Uchechi stood her ground, her gaze steady as she stared into the serpent's eyes. She knew she had to be brave, for the fate of her village depended on it. With a swift motion, she lunged forward, swinging her machete with all her might. The blade sliced through the air, striking the python's head with a resounding thud. The serpent let out a deafening roar of pain and fury as it thrashed about, its massive body writhing in agony. But Uchechi did not falter. She continued to strike again and again, until finally, the python lay still, defeated. The villagers rejoiced at the news of the python's demise, their hearts filled with gratitude for Uchechi's bravery. They hailed her as a hero, praising her courage and determination. From that day on, Uchechi's name was spoken with reverence throughout the land. She had freed her village from the grip of the python and ensured a brighter future for generations to come. But little did they know, the defeat of the python was only the beginning of Uchechi's adventures. For destiny had much grander plans in store for the girl who dared to defy the odds and face her fears. As time passed, Uchechi's bravery and determination continued to inspire those around her. She went on to face many more challenges, each one more daunting than the last, but she never wavered in her resolve. Through her courage and perseverance, Uchechi taught her fellow villagers an important lesson, that no obstacle is too great to overcome, as long as one is willing to face it head-on with courage and determination. And so, the village of Umukwa prospered, no longer shackled by the fear of the python or any other threat that may come their way. They knew that as long as they stood together and faced their challenges with bravery, they could overcome anything. The story of Uchechi, the girl who killed the python holding the destiny of the village, lived on for generations to come, a reminder of the power of courage, determination, and unity in the face of adversity. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share and comment to help us grow our channel.